Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship, Triple One here, and I guess the recent rumors were indeed true. Forza Horizon 6 has been officially announced at this year's Tokyo Game Showcase, but not only that, after years upon years, game after game, Playground Games are finally doing it. They're bringing the series to Japan. I don't even know what to say, guys. Seriously, this is beyond exciting. Not only would this be the first modern AAA open world racing game set in the land of the rising sun, but it's also the first time a Forza Horizon title has ever visited the continent of Asia, meaning that Horizon 6 will most likely look and feel vastly different compared to every other Horizon title. From the biomes to the vegetation to its architecture, Japan will be unique. Now, for anyone who's driven on the Fujimi Kaido remake in Forza Motorsport, you probably would have already experienced a small taste of what's likely to come, from the twisty mountain passes, cherry blossom lined roads, the beautiful forests. I just really hope that Playground Games also includes a nice big dense city. As every previous Horizon title, this was the one key element of their map design that has always lacked. The closest we ever got was Surface Paradise back in Horizon 3, and while Edinburgh was beautiful in Horizon 4, it didn't feel very big. But hopefully with the power of the new Forza Tech engine, and with Turn 10 Studios now reportedly working as a supporting studio for the next Horizon game without the distraction of having to further work on their own title of Forza Motorsport, hopefully this can all come to fruition. Now, although the announcement trailer didn't reveal much other than the location, we do have an article from Xbox speaking to Playground Games art director Don Aceta and cultural consultant Kyoko, I don't even want to say his last name, to answer all the big questions about the Japanese setting for Forza Horizon 6. Starting with, why was Japan the right fit for the next Forza Horizon game? Well, out of all the places Playground Games could have chosen, Japan was the obvious pick. Fans have been asking for this location for years, and with its unique mix of cars, music, and fashion, it's basically a perfect fit for Forza Horizon 6. But here's the key: the timing. The developers explained that now, with better tech and all the experiences from past Horizon games, they can finally do Japan justice. In fact, they even mentioned that the Hot Wheels DLC from Horizon 5 actually helped them figure out how to design Tokyo's elevated highways, which is very interesting as we know Playground Games often use expansions as a form of beta testing new features for the next Horizon title, but never did I think the Hot Wheels expansion in Horizon 5 was the foundation to building the Japanese expressways. And then there's the culture itself. Japan is such a naturally rich setting. You could be driving past a neighborhood shrine, then a small workshop, and then a neon lit arcade, all on the same block, and that mix of traditional and contemporary makes Japan feel tailor-made for the kind of exploration Horizon is all about. I just really hope that this is truly the case considering how bland Horizon 5 was with Mexico. Now we move on to what Japanese locations will be included. Now this is very interesting. So apart from Mount Fuji, which was seen in the announcement trailer, Playground Games art director said, and I quote, "While we're not announcing too much in terms of details right now, we're excited to show fans the true breadth of beauty, both natural and urban environments that Japan has to offer. From the neon lights and towering buildings of Tokyo City, one of our most detailed and layered environments to date, to the serenity and natural beauty of Japan's rural and mountain areas, we think players will be blown away by the open world of Japan that we have built." Okay, so what I said earlier about Playground Games needing to include a huge dense city, well, it seems like Playground Games are most certainly doing that with Horizon 6, and not just any city, they're doing Tokyo, which is incredible. And while we are not necessarily trying to recreate Japan and its environments like for like, our goal has always been to capture the country's unique cultural essence and present it back in the most Horizon way possible. So basically what they're saying here is, much like all of the previous Horizon games, the map will pretty much be a montage of the different places that the team believes will be best suited for the new title. Next is, how would this game feel authentic to real-life Japan? Now, this is going to be very important, as this could make or break the Japanese setting for Forza Horizon 6. So one way Playground Games achieved this was by inviting the cultural consultant Kyoko during early development to ensure that they were capturing the reality of the country beyond simply how it looks, which means going beyond just stunning landscapes and into the tiniest details of Japanese life. I don't know if any of you have been to Japan, but if you ever get a chance to visit there, the moment you step onto the streets, you can immediately hear the ambient sound being different already. So personally, I'm excited to see how in-depth they truly go. Kyoko also adds that throughout the process of building the game, we have treated authenticity as a practice, not a checkbox. I'm embedded in the decision cycles, scripts, visuals, and audio, asking questions like, what would this street feel like at dusk in late summer, or which sound anchors this scene, traffic, or station chime? Playground Games' aim is that the game doesn't just feel like a digital tourism for those outside Japan, but that it makes something to those that know the country most intimately. At this moment, this all does sound fantastic, and given that Playground Games have been listening to the community a lot over the past couple of years, I do hope that this is all true, because if we are basing things off from what we saw with Horizon 5, then this doesn't really mean much at all. But I guess only time will tell. How will the game reflect Japanese car culture? Now, Playground Games art director says, and I quote, "While we can't reveal any specific details quite yet, we will of course be following in the footsteps of Forza Horizon 5 in delivering a broad range of cars that players will know and love. Japan, of course, has a unique car culture all on its own, and we're excited to have the opportunity to explore that in this game." Now, given that Forza Horizon has now become a series that is enjoyed by all players, this is probably the best way to go about car choices. However, with that said, I would like to see Playground Games lean into the Japanese car culture more, as this is the perfect opportunity for them to do so. And Kyoko does acknowledge this by saying, "In Japanese car culture, the depth and diversity is astonishing. K-cars and vans with cult followings, precision motorsport, drifting routes, and their passion for customization really stands out. It's welcoming to different levels of enthusiasm and knowledge, which is exactly the kind of layered world I want players to feel." Now, of course, we have already seen one K-car accidentally leaked, if you will, from an Australian car import dealership, but the question is, will there be more customization being introduced for the next title? And also, will the awful looking Nissan Silvia S15 finally get remodeled? That's when I know Playground Games are serious. Also, seasons will be making a return, which will include the sweltering summers, snowy winters, and the iconic Sakura seasons where for several weeks cherry blossoms bloom across the country. But it also goes a little deeper than that, as not only seasonal changes will have a dramatic impact on the landscape and playable world, but it also holds a more in-depth cultural meaning for the country and its culture. And the team has done this by paying attention to every detail, like the ambient audio of station chimes to the summer wind bells that instantly places you in the season without a caption. But the big question is, when will we see any gameplay? Unfortunately, we won't be seeing any of this until early 2026. Perhaps the next Xbox Developers Direct early next year? I don't know, but it has been confirmed that Forza Horizon 6 will launch on the Xbox Series console and PC sometime in 2026. It will be included with Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass at launch. However, it will not be on PlayStation 5 at launch. Playground Games did confirm that they are working with Turn 10 to bring this game over to the PS5 post-launch, but there's no exact date as to when. So that's pretty much everything we know about Forza Horizon 6 thus far. Are you excited for this, or were you possibly hoping for Forza Horizon 6 Germany? Share us all of your thoughts down in the comment section below, as I do read all of your comments, guys. But anyways, if you guys did find today's video helpful, please make sure to smash a thumbs up button, as it really does help me out. And of course, if you guys would like to stay up to date with everything Forza Horizon 6 related, be sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.